horse hormones part 2, and just continuing from the brass serpent idea there, right? Yeah, you've got a lot of brass syringes, yeah. So that obviously used brass syringes, vintage brass syringes, right? So you could obviously make a syringe with brass, you know what I mean? So of course dating to maybe like 1600, 1700 type of time. So that would make a lot of sense, like a brass syringe barrel. See what I'm saying? The brass serpent. And you get a lot of antique ones in that, see. We went back a couple of 100 years in that. Brass medical syringe, probably for blood transfusion. Or a hormones transfusion. See what I mean? And there you have it, type of thing. The brass syringes. So, obviously a couple of 100 years old. Like the Bible ideas and all that. A nice brass capsule syringe. So that would do the job in getting the hormones in to a person, as well as a horse or a cow or something. See what I mean? And of course the needle, right? The needle, like the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Needles. You're gonna get a load of songs in that about I need love. You know what I mean? There's one, the Soul Trans Award. We're obviously gonna be a load, like, you know what I mean? I need love. Garden of Eden, the Garden of Need. You see here with the need, necessity or obligation. Necessary, a thing that is wanted or required, is day-to-day needs. Essential requirements. So basically you see how that goes into the garden, children in need. The Garden of Eden type of idea. It's eliminating those who are not necessary to their program type of thing, see? Comes a bit like neuter as well, actually, like the need or the neuter. It's like all occurred in this East of Eden, all occurred in it, James Dean. Or it's like Dean, like need backwards and that. James Dean in East of Eden, and all occurred in it. He has like the Edward Jenner idea on the vaccination. Right? Yeah. The Jenner, like the Bruce Jenner, of course. Discover of vaccination, Edward Jenner. So of course you got the Caitlyn Jenner idea, to deal with things, The views co-host clash with Caitlyn Jenner over forced vaccinations. Of course, vaccines from the Latin word vacca, which means cow. Of course, the whole origins of injecting the stuff like that. Despite all the type of hex they put in, the whole idea is about injections and syringes has to come from injecting hormones, right? There's Karl Marx, a day with a cow and that. So obviously they love all these ideas, see. And again, a very recent one about it. Also love cows and horses, because that's where you get the hormones from. Brenda Vacarua, Brenda Buell Vacarua, Brenda the bull, vaccinated by a bull. Call me trans. Of course, the whole idea of a vacation, you take a vacation. Yeah, it's coming from the trans, isn't it? Have a vacation, like the travelling man idea and all that. Yeah, with the journey, say the journey. Yeah, Jonathan Cain. This one's a popular song with tea drinkers. Believing in dreams and that. He has Pretty Vacant by the Sex Pistols. The Hex Pistols, see. We're pretty vacant. All on the home runs. Pretty Vacant, see, released on 2nd of July, 77. So, got the lie and we got 4 sevens here. We got your 777 code. And never mind the bollocks. Because they're all eunuchs and never mind the bollocks. Reach number 6 for another hex. It's all orchestrated basically. Rigged, you know what I mean? Of course you have your Grand National Horse Race, every year. Of course, the Grand Master, it's 100% Masonic in that. Love the race horses, of course. Alleged, confirmed, Equus. So a lot of horse ideas connect with the 77 basically. Horse of the Year show, also known as Hoys. Ship Ahoy. Like yeah. And some of got in there, like the weird is popular as a saddle. Obviously on a horse, the weird saddle. And they do weird figurines as well, which is little figurines of animals, mainly horses. Of course, Virginia Weird won the 77 Wimbledon Championships. In 1977. Again, another horse like trans. July 1977. So again, another 777 query. Saddled. But it's for trans. Again, it's got a thick mane of horse hair, hasn't it? Thick mane of horse hair. Looks like a red mane or not, to be honest. Looks pretty much like that red mane, trans. Could be the same face, couldn't it? All out the royal stable, of course, see? Born in the stable. And they will have it to the present day. It's a pure man. Of course, we see in the stable, which is also the setting for the nativity. The nativity in the manger. Basically cattle and horses. Cause a man's ruin. I have a dirty tea called Eddie May. He's BBC courier. Something to do with BBC News and that. Right dirty tea drinker. Of course, a mare is not a female horse. A filly. The Philip and the eunuch. Filly. Phil's meaning in French. Son. The Phil's. Phileas. Like Phileas Fogg. Phil's son. Could be basically the May sons. The May sons, the sons of the May. Mary. Mary, the mother of heaven and that, see? Sons of the May, horse sons. And there's the journey. Sonic Lodges in Weston-super-Mare. That's a very curated place, like, isn't it? It's not the Superman, it's the Super-Mare. The Super-Mare. We have this idea about the Mare or Moria from folklore. And the nightmare, it becomes Mara, of course, the ram, right? RAM, and this malicious entity that rides on people's chests while they're asleep, bringing on nightmares, right? Of course, you got that riding the goat idea, right? And this is coming from Norse, right? Norse mythology. Norse mythology, right, has got to be horse mythology. The Norse has got to be just the horse. And of like, innit? Of course, the like mermaids and sea and that. It's Moros bringing doom, right? The nightmare, of course, it's like a horse idea. Nightmare when you're sleeping and that, see? So, very, very good at it, right? Night, I spell the night with a K, Knights Templar, right? Witches took on the form of animals, when they injected the hormones into themselves and that, see what I mean? Norse mythology, the TH. So basically, your Norse idea and your Norman's idea as well, the hormones, it's just basically a hormones idea and a horse idea, right? So it's the horse people, and just when you have like the lowercase n, it just becomes basically an H, doesn't it?